Renfroe here for another video blog post. So whether you're just watching on through YouTube or my blog, hello everyone. And here's Rebecca, my second youngest. Yeah, so we're excited about doing this video. This is just a kind of a miscellaneous video on different things, not just one subject. A few topics, blog posts just to kind of catch up where we're at, where we've been. And I don't have time to do 3 separate ones. I had 3 kind of separate subjects and stuff that I wanted to talk about, and I was like, I want to, try to do that and get that done. I'm like, how am I going to do it? I'm so busy with the children, and then it just wouldn't get done, right? And I thought, wouldn't it be better? I'm just going to put it 3-in-1, kind of several things all together in one video. And there, done that. At least I'll have done it. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Time just keeps going. Boy, it's crazy how just one day, next day, and then a week, and like, oh man, a whole week come by, and then another week come by, and what? This month is gone already? And so, yeah, here it is. Here in December. Not sure exactly. We're just like so close already to the end of December, and I just can't believe it. So, yeah, what's been happening? Okay. Well, we're still chugging along on school, and then my oldest, the one that was in Bible college, he is here now for a couple of weeks over the holidays. He had a break there at school, so we're so happy to have him here with us. And so, yeah, just keep doing school and these different things, projects that I'm trying to do. And maybe to get started, so it is the holidays. Christmas time, where I know everyone is super busy with all these Christmassy stuff. We don't celebrate Christmas. Yeah, so I would have just touched on that a bit. And so life is not hectic for that. So we're, not busy that way. And then I just want to talk about some things that God has been teaching and really putting on my heart lately. If any of you guys that has been following along has known that I have a little library. It's where I am right now, in a little library, and I've been holding these Bible studies in there. And these things have just been really slow. We haven't had very many people to our library since we started it well over a year ago. And same with the Bible studies. Not a lot of interest in. So it's hard, right? When you've got something that you feel like God has put on your heart, and you're excited about it, and you think others are going to be excited about it, and then no one is. It's hard, right, to be patient. And so God's just been putting things in my heart. Just help me to stay patient and stay focused of what He gave me to do right now. Just to stay faithful. And I've talked about that before. I encourage others to stay faithful, even if there's a few that seems that you've gone to Bible study and there's only a couple, or you're doing this blog and you don't have any readers. Just keep doing what He's put on your heart to do, and then you never know how God's going to use it. So that's what I've been doing, and I really have a desire to be able to speak at places, at ladies groups or church groups, grief groups, because of our story, what we've been through in our lives. And I feel like I just have a lot that God gave me to be able to share, and to be patient for that has been hard too. And thinking that, how can I do it? I'm not speaking. My other son's in here. I just feel like I don't got what it takes, right? And so I'm trying to. I look at other speakers that are so great, and I'm like, I want to be like them, and I'm not like them. So now what? And God is just saying, be who you are. Be who you are, and that's my encouragement to others. That He will enable you to do what He's given you to do, and that you're not going to fill someone else's shoes. You're not going to fill someone else's shoes, but you will be able to walk in all that He has for you. And that's what I'm speaking to myself. That's what I'm learning, that God just wants me just to be. Don't try to have it all together. God's got it all together, and He will equip me, and just to be patient and be myself, and to be real, and not try to be perfect, and just realize, we can. You knocked it, didn't you? Yeah, we can sometimes, maybe what we think flub up, but if we're speaking what He wants us to speak, and the words are going out, and we're being real and genuine, that is what is important. And to not try to be anyone else but ourselves, and to soak in what He has for us. And I just trying to really lean into God and trying to be have that close, intimate relationship as I possibly can. I keep asking the Lord, what areas do I need to change? What more? But how can I draw closer to you? How can you be more in me, so that when people see me, they're actually seeing you? That's what God has said, that it's no longer I that liveth, but Christ that liveth in me. That's the way it's to be. So I'm like, how can I have more of you, God? A little less of me. Oh, don't chew on that. That's not made to open. Yeah. And that's what I feel like. God is just, drawing me closer to Him. And the closer I get to Him, the more I'm going to have to give to others. The more I'm going to be able to pour out. And the more, they're going to see Him and not me. And so that's really what I'm working on. That's my big thing. And I just can't wait to see what God is going to do that way for me, for the speaking that I feel He's called me to. And right now, I'm a mother. That's my priority, right? Right now, that's my big thing as well. I'm a mother of 9 children. My oldest is 19, the one that was in Bible college, right down to baby Faith, who is 8 months. And that's what I'm to do right now, is pour into them and to build into them and instruct them and be that example and be that guidance and for them and right there, for the moment for them. It's really important. I've learned so much in my later mothering years, but I wish I had known right from the beginning. I wish I had been more patient, more hands-on, more down on their level, more and not up above saying, do this and do that. Didn't you hear what I said? But down with them and just helping them. Life's got a long way to go, but we're getting there, right? We all learn and we grow as we go, and I've learned so much that to make the most of each day. And yeah, that's the big thing, and I just really encourage you in that. And then about our time, I did a podcast. We're doing a podcast too, so that's the different things I have to offer. I have the blog, website, a lot of resources for loss, for those grieving. A lot of resources and things that kind of messages and stuff that I've written on there. That's not just if you're going through a loss, but any thing in your life. There's so many difficult things we can go through, and I've got a lot of resources and help that should be encouraging. Whoops, you got the toy. Encouraging that God is there with you and for you, no matter what you're going through. I got a lot of that on there, and I've got a podcast I'm doing with the girls. My girls, Sarah and Anna. Ages 12 and 9, and we're doing this podcast together. It's been fun, and it's I maybe not always feel like I have something to share, but I think God's been giving me things so far that we can talk about and do together, and it's fun. As they grow, they'll be able to be more of a part of it than they are now, and so doing that just with them is connecting us and bonding us and being good. It's just good for us. We eat in the scripture, we read verses together. We talk about these things, and then we're doing it for others. So we be encouragement for the moms and girls, and so I'm excited about that. Wanting to get people know about it. I want them, to know about it, and now that you know about it, you can share it with someone else and go listen to my podcast and see what they're about. And I'm just doing more, coming up with more ideas to share. I was talking about time in one recently. So sorry if it's a little scatterbrained. I go from one topic to the next, and I'm just really wanting to pack this in here and be able to talk about these things in the video. Get this on the video done, because it does. It's time consuming to do several different videos, and I don't get a lot of time. I'm busy mama. Yes, the one we did on time. Okay, so I wanted to talk about that more, just about how our time is so important, so wonderful, so such a blessing. Time is a blessing. Each day we're giving is a gift, and life is nothing short of a miracle. So we really need to make the most of our time and just realize that time is precious and to be used wisely. Yeah, and so there's so many things, I was thinking of inventions, right, that's been made way back, inventions to help save time. The mothers doing their laundry by hand on a scrub board, and how long and how much time that took. And then we got bring your washer, and then the wash machines we use today, how much time that conserved for us. And just think of all our things. Like, you could probably think of more offhand than I can. I'm thinking of the egg beater. Okay, so doing it by hand, it's hard, and how time consuming it is. A while back, Sarah was like, doing egg whites to me, and she did it for a while and said, "Is this done? Is these egg whites, good enough?" And I'm like, "Oh no, they gotta be stiffer than that. Go on, go on." She does it some more. It's like, "Are these good enough? This is taking a long time. This is hard." I'm like, "Oh no, they need to go more than that." And I said, "You gotta be thankful you're not doing it by hand." How time consuming. I thought of it, and trying to think of different. All our appliances. So it's yeah, less time consuming now. We're saving time with all our little inventions. Even the slow cooker. May take several hours to cook your food, but if you're in a hurry, you're running out the door, and you put your food in there, and then you get back in the evening, and your food's made. Even the slow cooker is saving time. All right, and I thought, listen, that we've been saving time, and then they created Facebook. I guess they thought we had too much time on our hands. Like, gone. Okay, all that extra time. Facebook. So we just really need to be careful how we use that time, and even like on Facebook, it can be a good thing, right? If you're doing ministry and stuff on there, it can be good. You can connect with people and talk about God on there. I certainly do that, but I have also wasted a lot of time that way. So trying to be really careful on that, and lots of social media and things out there. And so I just wanted to kind of throw that out there, just to give that a thought. Right, that try to conserve time and then use it in another area that you want to use it. And so I'm not judging no one issue over Facebook or different things that consume time, but to set someone free. Oh, Daniel, trying to set someone free to get time for something else. There's maybe a lot of other things that you're wanting to use your time for. That's writing books, writing blogs, doing podcasts, and YouTube. And you may think, I don't have time for that. Well, you may be surprised how much time you have. Just figure out. I don't have my paper up here of notes, but I actually looked it up to see how much time that average people, spend on social media, Facebook, Twitter, different those things. It's surprising the amount of time if you add that up. Like even if you're 5 minutes a time at once, and you think, just 5 minutes, and then later another 5 minutes, and you add that up at the end of the day, you probably spend about 45 minutes easy on Facebook, and sometimes you can do that in one block of time. It's like nothing, right? There's different social media apps. Yeah, that's Becca over there. Okay. Yeah, and so if you spend so much time on TV watching things and movies or playing computer games, and you add that up, and you have a lot of time to work with. So I'm saying again, not to judge, but to set someone free and say, you know what, you maybe have more time in a day than you think. It can be used in all these other avenues that you want to do to bless others, to write letters, send someone an email or a personal note, a card, podcast, writing. Okay, a little interruption there. I think I probably about summed that up. I don't want to overdo it. All right, you might get the idea that our time is a wonderful gift from God, and just to help you to think of ways that you could come up with more time. But after all, our inventions in the early days were to help save time, and then now we're spending it on these other things. Isn't that something? Yeah. And I mentioned that we don't celebrate Christmas, so I probably don't want to go into it too much here because I might wreck somebody's holidays. Because holidays are just coming up this next week. Right now, everybody's already really into the Christmas mood and doing all the Christmas shopping, the decorations, and I don't want to wreck anybody's bubble. But so I would say contact me if you can to ask me questions about that. What is my reasons, and then I'll just Google it and look up origins of Christmas. And there is a lot of paganism connected with it, and that is why we just feel that God does not want pagan stuff used for Him. And I know people saying right now, "Oh, but that doesn't mean that to us. Oh, but the tree doesn't represent that to us, or the lights what they represent, or all these different things." And yes, but still, it does have its roots. And if we look in the Bible, we see that God clearly did not want pagan things used for Him. He had altars completely destroyed, things destroyed, done away with. It's like He didn't want none of that used for Him for worship. So just check into it. Now, if it's just, check into it with an open heart and mind and see if we're truly doing these things to please our God, or are we doing it more for self? And again, I'm not judging, just saying, dear sister, just check into it. Check into it. Check your heart. Check into these things, and really see why you're doing what you're doing, who you're doing it for. See really who you're doing it for, and what, and why. Good, and I really feel for some. I know it's not for everyone. They really enjoy the time of year, but I find that I know some that find the time of year quite exhausting and quite hard. And I'm just thinking, I don't deal with that. I don't know what it's like for anyone. I just like, we go on, things as normal. We keep in school. Maybe take off a few days if we want to. If my husband is home, and sure we'll take off days with him, but it's not a crazy time of year for us. It's just like normal, doing our school, doing our stuff. And yeah, I think I probably covered that. So just contact me if you want to know more about that. And I would probably mention and about Sabbath too. I've been asking people, do you want to know more about the 7th-day Sabbath? Why my family does Sabbath and not Sunday. And again, I don't want to make a big deal right now, but it is a sound truth of God's word. The 7th day is one of the 10 commandments, so it's not a big deal. It's not going, say under a law that it's been done away with, because the 10 commandments have not been done away with. They're still there. God said He put them on our hearts, and so it's a love thing. It's just totally out of love. And the Sabbath day is one of the 10. And it's a good sound truth of God's word. I love the Sabbath day rest, and I love to be able to talk to others about it, because it's part of God, just like any of the commandments. Like we teach our children not to lie, not to steal, obviously, and all these things. And then the Sabbath day is just one of the 10. So if you want to know more about Sabbath, ask me. Oh, just a minute. Yeah. And please ask me. So yeah, I think this has been a good video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed talking about all these topics all in one, and my children are chattering here, so I hope that hasn't bothered you too much. But I think that's about.
Hello.
Oh yeah, there's Daniel. Daniel's saying hi. Yeah, our 5-year-old.
I want to show you something.
You want to show them something? What are you going to show them?
I am kindergarten too.
He's in kindergarten too. He is. Yes. Oh, his car. He just got that car today. Yes. I know. So yes, we're a homeschooling family, and he's in kindergarten. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so I will sign off. I hope you enjoyed that. And again, any questions that you have, please ask me. I'll be glad to tell you more.
Ask me too.
Ask you too. Yeah, for sure they will. Ask me if you want to know more about why we don't celebrate Christmas and stuff, and why we don't, and why yes, about the Sabbath day. Please do ask. I love talking about it. It's a special thing. Okay, until next time. Bye bye. See ya.